Hello and welcome to Do It Yourself Musician. In today's video, we're going to have a look at that Otari machine that I got at that auction recently. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link below to that one. It's an Otari MX55T-M. That's the meter bridge version. That's important to know if you got one, because the manual covers a lot of MX55 versions. Anyways, today what we want to find out is, will that thing record in playback to begin with? Because if it won't, and there's something seriously messed up with the heads or the audio, I'm probably just going to abandon it. It's just going to be too much money and time. If it's something, that's really hard to fix. It's just a tape machine like that could be a mess. I need to figure out, will it work basically before I put any more money into it, so it gets right down to it, or when you get right down to it. What I've done is I bought a reel of tape and a take-up reel from ATR. It's the little 7-inch reels. That's about the cheapest thing you can get, and that was still like $40-something to get that out here delivered. But hey, we'll be able to put it on the machine and see if we can get it to work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send some tone from the console here. It has a tone generator in it at 0 dB +4. So we're going to send some tone over there to it, try to record that, get it to playback. If that works, we'll try a little music on it and see what that sounds like. Hopefully it will work, and then we can go into some further alignments and some other videos to try to get that thing working. So anyways, here we go. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so we're back over here looking at the Otari again. Haven't done anything but clean this. Just dusted it off, used a little compressed air on it since last time I showed it on a video. So I think what I want to do first here is just kind of clean the heads and tape path with a little alcohol. I've got the MG Chemicals 99.9% pure. And we'll just go ahead and clean the guides and the heads through here. You can see there's some buildup from tape running on it. Okay, now that I've got that done, I think the next thing to do is probably going to be to turn it on and send some tone to it from my console and see if we can get some input tone and get some tone to return to it. You can see back here that I've already hooked up some XLR cables for input and output on it, and I've just put those into my patch bay right there. This is coming into the console on the tape 2. This is my 2-bus output that's going to the tape recorder right now. Okay, I'll switch on here. Get power to the unit. That looks good. I got my switches set to input. I'm just gonna send some tone to it. You should see the VUs react. I got everything kind of set mid-ground here, so I'm gonna send a 1K tone to this and we'll see what happens. Yeah, it looks like the VUs picked up a bit. And we can adjust them up. Now let me see if I got tone coming through the machine back to the console. Which I do. I've got tone coming in on the input. So yeah, I think I think now really the only thing to do is load up some tape and try maybe recording some tones down onto it. There are a lot of adjustments on a machine like this, as you would know. And I have not gone through all of them. I have not gone through the setup or anything like that. I just want to throw some tape on there, see if it will record and play back, transport works, just basic functions before I put any more money into this thing. Because just using this thing is gonna cost money, as I mentioned in the last video on this subject. You're going to need a good alignment tape, and those things I looked up they're $140 plus shipping just for an alignment tape for this thing. So what I did was I bought from ATR some little 7-inch reels of tape and a take-up reel that will go onto these reel tables. They have the small spindles on them. That's another cost I'll have to do, is to buy the NAB adapters for this. I don't have them. That's like another $100. So before I get any deeper, I just want to check tape in this to see if it runs. I think the tape and the take-up reel from ATR were like, I don't know, 40 bucks or something. So let me pull that stuff out and we'll thread it up. And just so you know, I don't know a lot about this machine yet, so I'm bound to make some mistake here, so try not to laugh at me. I'm sure there's some setting or something I'm going to get wrong, but here's the ATR master tape that I bought. Nice reel of 1/4-inch tape. I'm not going to do any rewinding thing on it or anything like that. I'm just gonna run it straight in. Try to record some tones on it. And then I got a ATR magnetics take-up reel here. It's a real basic one. So yeah, that was not right. I think it's threaded the proper way now. We want 15 inches per second and small reels on the supply and take up. I'm going to just run it forward a little bit. There we go. All right, that's doing a zero search, I guess. No, I don't want to do that. It's good. Now I got to load it again. Okay, I think I got it loaded now, the proper way. I have my speed set on 15 inches per second. The supply and take-up reels are both on small. I don't know, let's try to roll it forward a bit. That sounded okay. So I guess the first thing to do on it is just to try to lay down some tone. I'm going to just try to lay down about 10 seconds of 500, 1K, and 10K. So let's go ahead and give that a try to put these into ready. I think I want to try to monitor the repro head. Is that right? And I'll throw it into record and send it some tone. Whoa. You see some odd metering stuff here. As you can see there was some weird level differences and stuff. I'm not entirely sure what that's about, but I have it on repro now, and I'm just going to play back and see if I get a signal back at my console. See what happens. Yep, I'm getting signal back. Bam. All right, we just recorded and played back. So there obviously you can see there's something really fishy going on here with the levels and stuff, but like I said, there's no I've done no alignment or anything on this, so I'm not quite sure what's up with that. Um, I think maybe now we can try putting some music into it. So I'm back in input mode. I'm going to feed in some music and see what we get. Yeah, looks like we have. Okay, I want to go with that. Start and record ready. We'll just record this whole song. All right, I'm going to try switching it into Repro. See what we get on the console. The signal coming back from the repro head is a lot louder than the signal I'm sending it. This seems like a weird adjustment in repro. Okay. All right. That was weird. If you notice when I switched into repro, I got like a huge spike coming out of channel 2. It was the same thing on the console. It just went into the red. And channel 1 was down, so I'm sure there's something just isn't right on the levels on this thing. So we'll have to get that all lined up. But let's go ahead and try to rewind it and play it. I don't know how to locate anything yet, so. Interesting. Let's put it in play, make sure I'm monitoring. Yeah, I need to be monitoring there. Just try to match those levels. But yeah, those levels are super hot at my console. Let's see if I can, if this affects. Whoa. Yeah, you can see how much it's off. Like, definitely needs adjustment. But man, it sounds good though, I have to say. Awesome. Sweet. Man, that actually sounds really good. Obviously, the levels are way jacked, but that's just an alignment thing. Yeah, I think now what I want to do maybe is go deeper in here. Let's pull some of this stuff out and get this front panel off and see what the transport looks like underneath there. Um, First, let's test our switch here. Let's just fast rewind until we run out and see if the cutoff switch works. And yes, it does. Cool.